Exactly.
Yeah, and when we have something more comprehensive later, maybe we can record something and send it over too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think let's meet. We were going to talk about that, right? We should meet and talk about how we're going to go forward and kind of market or just share what you did.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
I know I haven't put anything on your calendar yet, but I will. So
Yeah,
I'm
no,
very excited. It's all right. Take it away whenever you're ready. I see we have Lee on the call now, as well as, oh, Andres is here too. So Andres, just real quick, is another person he's from New Zealand, and he also contributed during the event. It was a little bit before, but right, I'm pretty sure, Andres, if you want to grab the mic really quick, we're waiting for the Pulumi team. Are we still waiting? Are you ready?
We've been waiting for Christian and Carlo.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, should be here shortly.
Awesome. Andres, do you want to take a minute then, since we're still waiting?
Yes. Sorry about that. Like, what happens is that New Zealand time is different, so I was confused about the time. So I'm going to be online, and I'm keeping up with all the, the effort that many people have done yesterday. So I'm really excited. So I'm gonna spend some time. I'll be online, but I'll spend some time, maybe in 15 minutes, just to keep up and do more things. Okay, but I'll be online.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, stay online, and we would love to hear about what you want to work on. And just know that next time we do one of these events, we're going to have a very, we're going to make a concerted effort to have a passing the baton strategy for making sure that the event is inclusive across time zones, and making sure that project teams can kind of work across time zones, and that we have meeting points where we're checking in with you and engaging you as part of the event. So I understand that was really a hole here, and that's something that I'm really excited to improve for next time. So thank you for your patience with this experiment.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So great. Thank you. So yeah, I'll just be online, and I'll be ready then.
Cool.
I can tell that Andres and my wife are relatives. So my wife is Rangel as well, or Rangel.
Oh, really?
I can see his last name is Leon Rangel. So
Rangel, cool.
Yeah.
We're relatives.
You pronounce it very well. Do you know Spanish?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah, I'm amazed. Yeah.
And Andres, so I know you live in New Zealand, but you're from Peru. Are you from Peru?
No,
Ecuador?
I'm Colombian. I'm from Colombia.
Oh, Colombia. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's from Colombia, and he's been working with a lot of other Latin American and South American engineers working with Spinnaker, right? You've been kind of working the engineers in South America on Spinnaker angle, seems like.
We have like a study group on LinkedIn, but
cool.
Like they're still trying to figure it out, because that line between CI and CD, they get a bit confused, but we are still like doing like some research and just practicing and playing around with things. But yeah, it's like an online group. That's it. Yeah.
But are you part of Armory organization or?
No, my company, the company I work for is, they are, how do you call that? Partners with Armory. Okay. Yeah.
Got it. I'm from Mexico. I was teasing you about the Spanish. Spanish is my first language.
Hey, Andres, welcome.
Whatever.
you got us good. You got us good, Edgar.
Yeah,
okay, do we have presenters ready? I thought I heard someone else speak up. I don't want to.
No, I was just saying hi to Andres. I've been working with Alex when I was down in New Zealand.
Oh, hi, Ryan.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah. Thanks for being here.
My trip got canceled, but it's for the best.
I know. It's just, yeah. It's very strict here at the moment. Very, very strict. So yeah.
Yeah, for us too. I know in California, and I live in Oregon, and we're very we've been on lockdown for a while, and we're actually glad for it. We've seen some somewhat encouraging signs from that. But yeah, I think, Andres, I know I bugged you about this before in the DocSig, but if you ever want like so for example, the CDF, the Continuous Delivery Foundation, I'm not sure if you saw when they were on the call the other day. By the way, for those of you who are joining, we're waiting for the Pulumi team for everybody to be here to present. So Pulumi team, as soon as you're here and you're ready to show us what you've been working on, let us know, but we're just going to keep talking until then. But don't be afraid to talk over me because I talk a lot.
I think we've got everyone.
Hells yeah. All right, we're ready to go. Take it away, Pulumi team. So proud of your work.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've had, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 7 or 8 different people on the line with us throughout the hackathon. So there's a lot of engagement, a lot of different folks contributing in different ways, even if it was just sitting there and listening and learning and chiming in here and there. I think we're really thankful for that. Frankly, I came in with one of my colleagues and we really just expected us to be working on this. So it was definitely a surprise to get all of the engagement, which was awesome. What we created was, or at least partially created, is the start of a plugin that's going to deploy and run Pulumi. So Pulumi is an infrastructure as code tool. So you can think of tools similar to Terraform to some degree, but very different in a bunch of other ways, where you can use real code to deploy an Eks cluster, Kubernetes resources, anything on AWS, anything on GCP. So yeah, we've got a pipeline set up, and Christian, I just want to shout him out. He's kind of been the MVP of our team. He's written all of the code really, and we've all kind of been supporting him. And so I think what we're going to want to do is just kind of show you the code itself, and then maybe show you it running in a pipeline. So
that sounds amazing.
So Christian, whenever you're ready, feel free to share your screen and we can kind of just talk through what you have there.
Yeah, sure. Can I share my screen?
I think we have to give
Yeah, I think Roslyn needs to stop sharing, and you need
Sorry,
to
I'm gonna make you a co-host. I was on mute. We have an anti-Zoom bombing policy here, so if I can trust you, I'll make you a co-host now, and then you will be able to take over share. I will stop sharing. Oh, actually, I'm not sharing. My Carl is sharing, so you should be able to share. Let me know if you have issues.
Oh, I can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, hello. So this is Christian from the Pulumi team. As Dan mentioned, we were working on the development on a new stage for for Pulumi. So this is pretty much how the Pulumi stage looked like. This is the stage when it was deployed and was succeeded. So I will just try to deploy it again. So I need to update under the repo where we have the code. So
awesome. And I'll just talk a little bit quickly on this, just so people can understand a little bit on what Pulumi does in general. So this is a TypeScript file, and for this use case, it's just deploying an S3 bucket. So you can see there's a number of different packages up top. There's the S3 bucket in the middle there, and then there's an export at the very end. And we'll see that export as part of the output in the stage. We're in the middle of actually working on another really cool example, which would be to deploy an Eks cluster. And believe it or not, it's like just as simple as one line as the S3 bucket is, but it actually contains like a bunch of other resources, and also kind of we were thinking about adding up some Kubernetes resources, because you can also define Kubernetes within this as well. So you can kind of tie these things together. So yeah, I think Christian's going to just show kind of like an update and then a run, and you'll see kind of how Pulumi's managing the changes here.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. So yes, I just execute this pipeline running the new Pulumi stage. So there is a bucket on our AWS account. So what I want to do is to comment this line. So that will delete the S3 bucket. So yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and comment this line, and then I'm gonna copy this. It's just the GitHub URL repo. So well, our stage receive a couple of parameters. So this is based on the Pulumi necessities. So Pulumi can deploy infrastructure in different cloud providers. So in this case, we're using just AWS. We require the kind of the cloud provider, the repo, where is the infrastructure as a code in this case, the branch, and the stack. This is another keyword on Pulumi. So let's go ahead and run this pipeline.
Maybe
to mention, like at the moment,
oh, go ahead.
like Pulumi, like well, it has like multiple like commands that you can run with it. Like the one that we implemented is like the up one that basically goes and creates the infrastructure in there. But there are like different others, like destroy, like a preview, just like to have like a plan of what's going to create, for example. And like obviously in the best case, like implementation, like will we have to have all of those commands and be able to like, well, create like the infrastructure whenever we want and like destroy it when we don't need it, like automatically with the Spinnaker.
You had to remove the last line too. You had to comment that out.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, also not expected so now, but it's great to see right now this, because as we develop our stage on the Pulumi stage, we handle this kind of exception. So once we have a Pulumi exception, as you can see here, we are showing the error to the user, to the user to let him know what happened with the code that we are running. So yeah, it's not expected now, but it's cool to see that is working, right? We are returning this error intentionally. So okay, let's go ahead and update again the repo.
All this kind of thing means that it's a real demo.
That's right.
Yeah.
The demo gods are smiling upon us right now.
Keep
So,
it real.
Christian, to just hit that little at the end of the progress bar over there is a little circle with the that's to resubmit with the same parameters.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
Yep.
A good little pro tip, Chris.
Yep.
Okay, meanwhile, I can like tell you a little bit what we are doing right now. So as Dan mentioned, we have a repository here in GitHub. So what we are doing so far is to base it on the provided URL of the repo. We are downloading this and creating a temporary workspace under Spinnaker, and then we are building the repo, because as you can see here, we are using TypeScript, so we need to build this one. So, I mean, this project, we need to build it. We are doing this inside of a Spinnaker, and after that, we're executing the Pulumi CLI, which is the guy that does all the magic here, right? So based on the CLI, we use the opt task, and they take all the things that we have in the script and perform the things, right?
So I just missed one part. Sorry, I probably was. What is this stage doing? Is that a genre? Is running a job, or is executing your code behind it? Can we just see the configuration of this pipeline?
Yep, sure. Okay, just I'll do it just to let you know that the pipeline works. This is the output that we have from Pulumi CLI. So if you can see, as we delete that, the bucket was deleted too. So yeah. Also, this is intentionally, the user can see what Pulumi does. So okay, so let's go ahead and see the configuration from the. You want to see the JSON or the UI?
No, I just want to see what kind of stage was a deploy stage. That's it. So now I understand a little bit better.
The stage that we created, like on the plugin.
Right.
It's like not a deploy per se. Like it's and
Yeah,
like the stage the plugin we created. It's calling Orca basically. Like it's implementing that one, and basically we are just passing this JSON to the plugin, and then like Orca runs that stage.
And one of the advantages is that from the Spinnaker console or UI, I actually see the result of my, I don't know how you call it. I don't want to call it like Terraform code, but you Pulumi code, infrastructure as a code directly on the console. You don't need to go to a run job console to see what it's going on, like in Terraform happens today. It's fully integrated. That's the big difference here, right?
Yeah, exactly. That was like one important thing that we like look around. It's like, yeah, maybe it run, maybe it don't. Like if you have to do an extra step to go somewhere else to look at what happened, that's like always like something that's not good, right? So that's why we pay attention to that.
Yeah, it's very cool. I really like it. Yeah.
Me too. I'm so excited. This is amazing. I would say more, but I'm going to tweet instead.
Hey, Edgar, this is Ryan. Have you been interacting with the Tableau team? I think Tableau is a Pulumi customer, and now they're part of Salesforce. I'm not sure if you interacted with that team at all.
So when the acquisition was announced, there was 1 year period that it was 100% forbidden for any Salesforce employee to interact with any Tableau employee. I think that it's over now. There were some regulations. I'm not very familiar with the details, but now we are. So I didn't know about that. So maybe I can start like digging into that.
They're considered is it non-core? It's not part of Falcon?
Oh, no. It's totally different at this time.
Yeah.
It's an acquisition that probably handed on there was DevOps processes and CI/CD. So yeah, no. Remember the rule: if it works, don't break it.
So, well, just another thing to add is that the code is under the hackathon repo. So if you want to see what we're doing behind the scenes, you can like go and see on the GitHub. And also a special thanks for Clay, which was the one that helped us to understand how the Spinnaker plugin works, and yeah, it was very helpful.
Yeah, Clay was awesome.
So that's Clay McCoy, an engineer at Armory, one of the Spinnaker experts who volunteered to help and be on call to assist teams in this hackathon. And thank goodness he was there to, and really the whole plugins team has been so eager to see what you came up with and help you along the way. But I think Clay gave you extra special support. So yeah, applause for Clay as well. I'm gonna try to send him a present.
No,
Actually,
I'm here.
Oh, you're here? Okay,
Yeah,
Clay.
thanks. I had a lot of fun working with everybody on the Pulumi team.
Can you anything else to say since we're live?
Yeah, so it was really cool going through this with them. I got a lot of good feedback that I'll bring into plugins, and it was this was like a much more feature-rich stage use of plugins than we have in our example. So it was a lot of fun to walk through this with them and to see what they created. I had a lot of fun talking to them and working with them, and kind of in the process even getting a little bit of an idea of what like an ideal Spinnaker and Pulumi integration would look like. It was a blast.
That sounds so exciting. Who knows what this is going to lead to in the future? I feel like we're making infrastructure history today, folks. So yeah, on that note, I feel like it's safe to say that we have a winner. So I just want to say that Salesforce has generously sponsored some prizes for this event, and our top prize, I can show you. I have a picture of it, and I have it in a box at my house since we can't go to the office. I can't take it out of the box because then it'll be unboxed, and I don't want you to have an unboxed gift. But we have a Mavic Mini Fly More combo set, which is a really cool drone. It's mostly a photography drone that you can have some fun programming. And we would like to, Salesforce and Armory would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to the Pulumi team for joining. And we would like to offer you the #1 prize, which is the Mavic Mini drone, goes to Pulumi. Just have to tell me who to send it to. And then Christian and Daniel and other folks on your team, we can talk, or actually you can tell me now who to send to, but to individuals on the team, I also have a reward for you. And that is let's see, what is the little robot thing? I should know this, it's in my repo. Let's look. Oh yeah, well actually you can choose. Do you want Christian and Dan? Do you want to, so Christian and Dan, you were also the winners in contributions. So we had what was it? It's in here somewhere. We had so 3 commit contributions, 1 repository contribution, and 11 issue contributions from Dan. And we had 1 pull request contribution, 4 commit contributions, and 1 issue contribution from Christian. So, and I'm not sure if there are others who were on your team who you would also like to be rewarded. Feel free to let me know. But for you, you can choose, because of this like interesting situation you're in, if you would like a Click and Grow Smart Garden, which is really cool. I'll tell you more what it is if you want to know. I will send you one. It's from Salesforce. And if you would like a Sphero Mini programmable robotic ball instead, I can also send you that. So and that's all courtesy of our amazing sponsor, Salesforce, and Edgar is here on the call, letting you know. So yeah, you can let me know online or offline. Do you want a smart garden or do you want a robot ball? And information about that here, I'll put the link into the Gardening General channel so you can check it out. I just want to reward you. And for others who made commits or did the Stack Overflow answers, you will all be rewarded as well. And for those of you who are on the call, just pipe up and you can tell me which prizes you want. And since we have that luxury.
Well, everybody make up their minds with the prizes and gifts. I want to thank everybody. Unfortunately, I gotta join another call. We have our operational review every Friday to see what went well, what went wrong in the week. So I need to join that call. But I want to thank you, everybody, and wish you a very nice weekend. Stay safe. And take care of the families, the close ones, extended one, and well, I have fun. It was very very good to learn and to meet a lot of people here. So unfortunately, I cannot stay a little bit longer today, but I really have a good time here. And thank you, Roslyn. You're a champion. Thanks a lot for all the hard work that you have done.
No, you. Right back at you. You're an actual Spinnaker champion. So thank you, Edgar. Thank you, Salesforce, for sponsoring this event. And we look forward to working with you more in the future. Thanks for your time, Edgar, and have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
So I think I can speak for everyone on the team that we all agree that Christian should definitely get the drone. And everyone else, I guess we can figure that out offline.
That's cool. All right. Yeah, just ping me. I see we have a shared channel, channel with Armory, so I'll take a look at that. We can talk about it later.
Cool.
Is anyone else on the call who wants to talk about what they did in the event? I want to give you the opportunity. Rin, I know you did some cool contributions that I was talking about earlier. I'm not sure if you're on the call actively. But anyone who wants to talk about their contributions, speak up now or forever hold your peace. Don't forever hold your peace. You should not hold your peace. You should keep contributing and keep talking about it. And if that means bugging me about prizes, then you should do that. No? Are we gonna go out with a bang, like right now after that amazing demo? So I guess the only thing I want to say is my main takeaway from this event is I cannot freaking wait until the next one, and it's going to be so much better. It's going to be so much better, and I learned so much from you. I appreciate your patience and your kindness and your enthusiasm about my enthusiasm. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Come to the next one and you'll hear about it. And next time you're going to kind of know more what's going on because I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be like, show up here. This is what it looks like to join this event. And this is what you're going to do. And then you're going to do it. Look at that Spinnaker pipeline.
Hey, Roz, do you have like full kind of high level stats on like how many contributions, pull requests?
I do, and I already discussed it on the call. I can talk about it again, but what our learnings were, Ryan, was that it's really almost everyone besides the Pulumi team was not able to actually get into the code base either of like Spinnaker gardening projects or Spinnaker's like projects in the Spinnaker organization, because the vast majority of our attendees instead spent their time onboarding into Spinnaker, either setting up their development environments and kind of kicking around with Miniker and things like that, or consuming the training materials for the event, which because of COVID related delays, we weren't able to like prepare them soon enough, I think, for people to get onboarded and then be ready for the event. So people spent a lot of time getting into the ecosystem and consuming our training materials. So I can share, so I already shared Christian and Dan's stats. We had one contribution from Edgar, who just left the call. We had another contribution from, let's see, his name is Ivan. GitHub handle, let's see, Sorry, gotta look for it.
Ivan Hernandez.
Yes. Are you on the call, Ivan? Yeah, you are. We had one
His team,
contribution.
Pulumi.
Oh, you're on the Pulumi team too.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I shouldn't say rats to that because it's actually amazing. And then the other person who contributed, the other people who contributed are people from Armory, such as myself. So I won't talk about that. And then also Rin Oliver. We also had, Ryan, we had 2 Stack Overflow answers from outside of Pulumi and Armory. So those are going to be rewarded. And we had 36 participants in our card sorting exercise, which helps us with updating Spinnaker.io. And then the rest of the folks, we had a lot of enthusiasm about contributing in the future after getting their environment set up. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, nice work pulling this all together, Roz. I know this is a lot of work, a lot of behind the scenes that we probably don't even know about.
Well, you will know about it all because it's all in open source or will be very soon. So anyone in the Continuous Delivery Foundation, CNCF, or outside, if you want to know how to pull off a virtual hackathon, you will soon find out and be able to pull my code and make it happen yourself. So on that note, I would like to, again, send a big thanks to everyone on this call, everyone who participated in this event, and huge thanks to the Pulumi team, and get back to work. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Love you all.
Cool. Thanks, Roz.
Thank you.